Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium, delivering messages to you from the higher realms, so welcome. Okay, this is really part 2, just delayed. Alright, first one I did, I glitched my camera off when I got distracted. Right? So I'm continuing from there, which is probably better that they just cut me off anyways, because I was just talking about randomness. So, anyways, let's get more into some cards, get more messages. But I like to upload in threes anyways. Prayers for the fallen. I'm pretty sure I seen this when I was shuffling earlier. But we'll see. I like to get a feel for the, I don't normally shuffle these cards like this. What am I doing? I still feel a little bit distracted. This is the energy though, right? Okay. So I'm feeling this red frequency, which guides me to certain decks. So this is the Gothic Oracle. We're going to see what messages are coming out here collectively. Take whatever you feel is for you. Ooh, we have Medusa. I almost put on the Little Mermaid too for my daughter to watch. I've been feeling guided to the Little Mermaid. Right? So, Medusa and Dragon Trainer came out. Ooh, we've been feeling a lot from the Dragon realms coming in too. Let's get 3. Let's get one more. I told you. Look, there it is. So that's going to be the card. They had 3 others. We're going to take them because they packaged them together. Package deal, right? Look at the serpent spell with Medusa again. Look at that. See the snakes in her hair? Oh my gosh. And it's literally, I'm putting it right underneath Medusa. There is strong Medusa energy. Wow. Okay. Then North Star came out. And the Wheel of the Year with a dragon on it again. Yo, cannot, like, synchronicities are alignments. They're messages for sure. Because this Gothic Oracle, like, there's not, oh my gosh, look, I just opened it right to Medusa. What? I'm not that good, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was going to say that, these alignment, I forgot what I was going to say. Something about alignment. Oh, I was just going to show you. I was just going to like flip through the book and be like, you know, there all of these beautiful cards. There's not all dragons in them. There's a lot of fairies, a lot of just different, another fairy, different unicorns, right? There's not a lot of dragons. Okay, and we have 2 dragons, 2 Medusas. Then I flip right to Medusa. Oh, stop. Okay. All right, well, we're going to start here with Medusa. So, Medusa springs out of the shadows, baring her fangs and hissing like the snakes that grow from her head. The venomous sting of her tail rattles behind her as she eyes her prey. Just one glance in her direction and her victims will be turned into stone. There is much said about the horror of Medusa, but we often forget about the woman in the myth that was both mortal and a beautiful before being transformed into a monster. As the Greek myth goes, Medusa was violated by the sea god Poseidon. Rather than punish Poseidon for his heinous act, furious of the desecration of her temple, Athena chose to chastise Medusa for breaking her vow of celibacy. So in a sense, this card is much about injustice as justice. It will often arrive when we feel as though we have been treated unfairly. The range in Medusa's stance suggests the need to right a wrong or invoke fairness of some kind. If you have drawn this card, it could be time for you to seek justice. You may be motivated by anger, but remember to keep a level head as possible when relying on the facts of a situation. It is time for you to give your side of the story. As a general card, Medusa is a good omen, especially when connected to a legal situation, or times when the truth needs to be confronted. Wow. Well, we're going to find out more, right? Because we always take a look at surrounding cards. I feel there's been like, having the serpent spell underneath. Maybe there's been some sort of spell, right? I feel there's been some sort of injustice, some sort of something, right? Look, and then it went right there. So the serpent spell. All right. So Medusa slivers towards us, her hair tangled with snakes, right and contorts above and around her. Her arms are outstretched, commanding respect from all who come near. I'm getting this energy. This is someone not to be messed with. Maybe you're activating something. Let's see. In Greek mythology, the cursed Medusa was punished by Athena for betraying her. She was sent to a faraway island and transformed physically so that no man would ever desire her. However, this did not stop Medusa from beckoning people to look in her direction. One glance from her hypnotic eyes would turn whoever looked at her to stone. Wow. There are many things in life that we would prefer to not acknowledge or look at closely. Like slithering serpent banished to the recesses of our own mind represents those shadows within ourselves that we would prefer to stay hidden. It is important to remember that we all have a shadow self. It might manifest as jealousy, anger, laziness, or self-sabotaging beliefs that prevent you from attaining your dreams or having a healthier life. Since we can neither dismiss nor heal the dark serpent within us, it is advisable to get to know it. Facing your demons and accepting them can actually be a positive thing to do. Understanding why we become jealous or angry can uncover a path towards a more balanced way of living. Wow. I really feel this is someone that's been like suppressing anger, right? And maybe there needs to be a release here. Maybe you need to find out why you have this suppressed anger or something. I mean, take it however you feel it fitting. But wow. That's interesting, right? The two Medusas. All right, let's get into the dragon trainer. It's about skills. Okay, so a young woman focuses on a dragon that has landed on her arm. Fire curls around the two of them, suggesting the confidence and the command she has over her surroundings. The young dragon is eager to learn to fight and to use skills with great effectiveness. So this is a card of talent, some natural and some learned. The young woman pushes the dragon out and into the air, forcing him to duck and dive between the flames as he acts as target with accuracy and finesse. With each new flight, the dragon is faster and more precise. If you have pulled this card, it describes the need for broadening your skills, or even in some case, the ability to share them. Would you do well to improve your own skill set by embarking on some training or going back to school? Might a little extra practice help you with pastime or hobby? This card is a symbol of improvement and development of one's expertise. Sometimes leading to a promotion at work or gaining some kind of mastery. In some situations, the dragon trainer will be asking that you share your own talents, teaching others something that you have learned or are considering an expert, as could be a part of this card's message. Okay, so this is coming out right next to Medusa. You know, I'm going to read each of these cards, right? But you can use your intuition to kind of personalize what that message might mean for you. How could you relate Medusa to what skill set or something, right? Maybe you were punished for some kind of like skill or something you used, right? Or that's what I mean. I feel this is just very general and it can be used in so many different ways. Right? It's just like with me with the tarot, right? Like, not most people are like, oh, she's working with dark magic. I mean, it all depends on what team you're calling in, right? I feel like I need to explain that though, right? It's an ancient knowledge and teaching and connects us with our higher self, right? And they didn't want us to do that. That's why they hid all of it, right? You know, like, but anybody can pick up a tarot deck, right, and learn the meanings and do a spread, right? But you do have help from spirit, right? And especially us psychics and mediums that, call in spirit and divine, right, to guide us. And that's why the way that I read is like no other, right? Is I intuitively listen to spirit and they guide me towards the messages and what to say. And I read intuitively, so different pictures do different things, right? And spirit, delivers messages through. So we use them as tools, right? And I guess that's where they try to say like, oh, well, because a lot don't believe in like the afterlife and think that, oh, if we're tapping in and we're channeling, right, spirits, then it's all dark and it's the ones we're not supposed to be associating with. Well, that's why I always light white candles, right? And that connects me with divine source energy. I ask for protection and guidance to make sure none of that dark energy comes in, right? Where, no, I'm not invoking dark spirits to deliver messages and to do spell work. So, I mean, there are a lot of dark readers. The karmic readers I was recently enlightened to, that's what they're called, karmic readers, because there are some that don't realize that, yeah, if you don't ask for protection, okay, and you don't cleanse your card, you're not coming in at a good space. Like, if there's been fighting and arguing in my space or around me, I get upset because I'm like, can't work now because there's too much dark energy. Like, you have to know that. So you have to be careful who you're calling in on, right? Like, there are a lot of dark workers, that are... it's interesting I'm bringing all this about, right? A lot of people think that, oh, because you can use crystals to do spells and things like that, that they are, that they are the devil if you play with crystals. Well, I got news for all of you people that think that. Then why don't you go put your damn cell phone down? Because, your cell phone's got a crystal in it, uses crystal technology. But, okay. I'm going to stop. All right. Okay. Let's get back into the cards. Okay. Prayers for the fallen. Prayers for the fallen. Forgiveness. All right. An angel kneels in prayer. She clasps her hands together, offering a beautiful rose that she lays before her. Her prayers for the fallen, not only for the dead, but for those who have done us wrong or caused grief or sorrow. We often remind of the importance of forgiving, though not forgetting. It is likely that most of us have been wronged or hurt over time, each of us carrying those wounds within our heart or current circumstances. While we never forget the pain that has been inflicted on us, the act of forgiveness releases us from the emotions of anger and bitterness that we have incurred. To forgive someone for the selfish or unreasonable act may not be easy, but holding on to suffering and resentment can be detrimental to our mental, emotional, or physical health. It is important to remember that forgiveness is not necessarily something we do for others, but for our own good. If you have drawn this card, then maybe it is time to forgive someone. This does not mean letting them off the hook. In some cases, it can strengthen relationships by encouraging boundaries if the relationship is to continue. Experience can become a good teacher. Forgiveness is therefore the gift we give to ourselves, releasing us from resentment and allowing us to move on. And it's interesting, as I always say, the last person we often, forget to forgive is ourselves, right? You need to forgive yourself, right? For maybe something you did of your child, especially when we go down these experiences that set us down this path, or we hurt other people. Sometimes we look back at that, right? You need to forgive yourself. Okay, so now we're going to look at the North Star here. North Star. M-N-O. Okay. Acceptance. A unicorn appears to smile at the young woman, tenderly strokes his chin. His single horn points toward a bright star in the sky, and this is the North Star known as Polaris. The star is one of the most well-known in the astral bodies. It remains in the same spot above the northern horizon all year, while the other stars circle around it. The North Star is a fixed symbol and doesn't change. It doesn't rise or set. With this in mind, the card represents those things that refuse to budge or we cannot control. Despite being the architects of our lives, there will always be some things that cannot be altered. If you have drawn this card, then you are being reminded that not everything can be fixed or changed to suit. We can't control the weather on our wedding day, for example, or change someone's mind once it is made up. In this reading, you may be advised not to pursue something that is clearly not working. While you may be in a position to move some mountains, there will always be some challenges that cannot be overcome. Accepting that not every hurdle can be jumped in is a sign of maturity, and that could save you a lot of disappointment. All right. I feel that's going to cause some healing too. I'm really picking up on the greens still. And I see the green dragon. Ooh, and the wings there. I've been getting a lot with the green dragon lately and the green. Sorry, guys. All right. All right, let's take a look at the wheel. The wheel of the year. So this is about cycles. A fearless green dragon mounts a wheel. Ooh, it is a green dragon. With her tail wrapped around its some perimeter, it would appear that she is turning it. 8 spokes fan out from a central pentagram, and the tip of each is a symbol representing the Sabbats. As the wheel turns, so does the year in each of these 8 holidays and commemorated. I don't know if I said this right. Beginning at and the pumpkin nature buds. Alright, I'm just going to quit. I can't read all that. Alright, so the Wheel of the Year is a card of cycles. Throughout the seasons, things sprout, grow, and then wither and die. This is a fact of life, and we must allow it to flow naturally within resistance and without resistance or interruption. If you have drawn this card, you're being reminded that life is all about change. There are often many changes in life that we are incapable of preventing. Not all of these will be life-altering, and while some will be feared, others will be welcoming. Why is it stopped? What is it the problem? I don't know why. I just realized it's 4:09. It's recording, but the time is not moving. The time is stopped at 4:09. I don't even know if this is really recording or not. I don't know. It's weird. All these malfunctions. I'm going to read the rest of it, and then I'm going to stop this. If it uploads corrupted, I don't know. I feel like I need to upload it, though. This large dragon confirms that change is taking effect, and that reminds you that sometimes the best course of action is to go with the flow. The wise person will recognize when participation is pointless, and that it's best to stand back and not react. Now is the time to yield and understand that the universe has a greater plan, even if it's not what you had expected. Huh. Interesting. Well, I was talking about my first reading, all the interruptions and everything that happens. So, all right, I'm going to close this one out. I don't know how it's going to. Bye, guys.